We are here today to announce that the Justice Department has secured felony guilty pleas from the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, Binance.
Actually, it's Binance.
Binance.
Binance. Largest virtual.
Binance.
Binance. And let me be clear. It's Binance.
Binance.
Binance. Council has discussed crypto regulations and legislations at length, and we have come to the conclusion that instead of regulating, we are going to ape a fat bag each into laptop and pump it to over $1,300,000,000,000,000,000,000,000 market cap. Let's fucking go, crackheads.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Morning Coffee. I got my coffee locked and loaded, ready to go, because we have to talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin hitting 88,000, 89,000 even, as we see right now, and it's forming a new all-time high every couple of hours, and it's absolutely crazy. Yesterday was a super crazy day, and there are things happening that at the moment influence this price behavior, such as MicroStrategy buying another 2 billion worth of Bitcoin. But there is obviously more that we are going to talk about. And if we're looking at our portfolios are making some decent gains, but I think we haven't seen anything yet, and this is only the beginning. So the question is, how high can we fly? But I also want to prepare you for the next pullback, because it's going to happen always when it feels like it's never going to happen. It's always going to go up. There will be a nasty pullback, and everyone will scream for the end of the market, when exactly the market is not at the end, and only at sideways movements people will then scream for the super cycle and the continuation, and that's when we know that it's too dangerous. But we are far away from this. Bitcoin is on a tear. And so today we're going to look at a couple of very bullish things here in the market. And also in the end, we are going to chat a little bit about Altcoin and VeVe as always. And so make sure to stay tuned all the way through. So good morning, each and every one of you. May I kindly ask you to smash the like button while I have a deep sip of coffee preparing for what's to come. And I see a lot of people here already. We have some rare hodlers here. We have probably more, but two have written in the chat, Trucking Hank and G Money. Make sure to everyone, not only you, to smash the like button. And I want to thank my rare hodlers here for always supporting me on this journey, on this live stream, supporting me at 15,000 Bitcoin, and also supporting me at 89,000 Bitcoin. So that was a crazy ride already. So thank you each and every one. And if you want to become a rare hodler, you can subscribe to the channel and then you become a channel member. That's the way you become a rare hodler and support this channel. As you might have noticed, we are not doing all these I don't know what leverage shills on the stream, and that is due to the rare hodlers. We also have a lot of other people here. We have MVE, it's going crackheads GM, okay. Good morning to Motili. Jasper Frank, when to sell? Good question. We can talk about this in the stream as well. Sven, GM watched too much yesterday. Too much Bitcoin chart or too much patient hodler? There's not too much patient hodler chart. By the way, we just hit 89,000 again. Green Lantern also, GM boys present, listening and driving, like smashed. Thank you. So we're going to jump right into the action, because we can't wait to see the big fat candles. Obviously, this is the weekly chart. I mean, we have been we have been I still can't believe it, but we have been calling this like forever, and now it's finally there, and I just can't believe how this all played out. We've been calling this, right, this breakout here. Let's get rid of this line. This was just to illustrate the high, but we have been calling this breakout here forever. Of this cup and handle, and now it's there, and now we're flying towards 120k or something like that, right? And it's just amazing, because we've been taking so much shit during that time that we are delusional, and that the bear market has started, and that this would be a triple top, everything. We had to hear everything, and now it's here. Now we're rising like crazy. By the way, this was when we, in this chart, had the all-time high at 80k. Now we are here sitting at, I don't know what. But we are rising fast. We are rising really, really fast. And let's get to the cluttered chart, because that is the one where we called everything. We are rising really fast, and we are not stopping at the moment. And let's put the nasty stuff, the crazy stuff first, right? I mean, we're sitting at all-time highs. Everyone wants higher, but we have pumped right now without any pullback on the daily. We have pumped 35% without a retracement. And what we know on this channel is that every impulsive move is at some point having a corrective move, right? And we know that in bull markets, these corrections, and they will take longer, right? These corrections, they can be 20%, right? We could have a correction down to, I don't know, for example, 73k, right? This would be absolutely possible. Probably we're going to go higher first, and then we have our next bigger pullback, because I mean, the market is static right now. But at some point, it will, maybe at 90k, right? It will encounter some resistance. So be prepared for that, and also know that that we, indicator-wise, we are not there yet, right? So quick look at the indicators, also at how we are rising. Let me quickly stretch this out. How fast we are rising, it influences what our prediction for the topping is, right? For the top out. We see this here. As this indicator is rising, like you see how I can't place it even more accurate because it's flipping with the months. But the TSI, right? We said if it hits this trend line, then we probably are at our top, right? And it could hit the trend line like this, right? It could hit the trend line like this, and at the moment we're rising very fast. Obviously corrections will bring us a little bit, but this would bring us to about end of January to top out, right? So we are rising fast at the moment, but there is also still a big gap until we are there. So there's still ways to go until we would hit something like this, right? Or like this. There's still ways to go. The question is how fast. We can't really say for sure because it depends on the current development, right? But that also means we are far away from it. This probably takes at least 3 months, as we see, at least 3 months of rallying, together with pullbacks, obviously. But fast rallying like this, right? So we are not done yet. That's the bottom line. We're not done yet. Also, RSI, now we are in overbought, but only slightly overbought territory. We see here we are at RSI 73 with all the pumping that we have done. Usually we go here somewhere to 90. Okay, so also we are not there yet. Things have just begun. So now, quick look at the market before. Let's do some market watch. Check out what is happening in the market. So on the day, and this is what I meant, like in this banana zone, in the parabolic run, the altcoins, they're doing fine or very well, even without altcoin dominance collapsing, because even without Bitcoin dominance collapsing, because that's actually not yet happening, as we will see in the course of this live stream. So we have Crow 42% up on the day, with Doge 44% up on the day, leading the charge in the top 100. Memes are still leading the charge, and potentially with all that like Murad thing and so on is going to continue on the meme side. Bonk 22%, but also now we see coins that have actual fundamentals behind it. And I don't mean that as a negative on meme coins. I'm not negative on meme coins. It's just not much my thing. But I've recently bought one small shitcoin just to try myself out on the meme coin side. But we see here like Floki, Brad, Bonk, Nero, everything's flying. But also coins with actual fundamentals like Render. Stark is up 20% on the day. AVAX 18%, BitTorrent 24%, VeChain 11.2%, to highlight here a couple, but also Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin, as you see here on the side, Bitcoin 10.2%. And now if you are, for example, if you're an ICP Maxi, or if you are in Pulse Chain, or if you are in what else is here that didn't, like Mantle or something like that, or Injective, right? There will be days where some, like Crow, are going hard, and then there will be days where these others, like ICP, we will see days where ICP will do a 50% on the day, or a 30%, or a 70%, yeah, you don't know, right? We will see days where Pulse Chain and I don't know what else, like here Polygon and Solana and so on will be the biggest bubble on the day. It's just what it is, right? So let's see the chat. Is there a CME gap from this weekend? Very good question. Let's check out the CME gap. Maybe that could give us a clue if and where we go for a pullback. Let's see quickly here. BTC1. This is how you find the CME. You just put in BTC1 exclamation mark, and then you go to the daily chart, and there is a CME gap, actually. There is a CME gap. Very good call. Thanks for making me aware. With all these charts that we're looking at, we sometimes forget. So there is a CME gap here, and it is at 70. Bottom of the CME gap is at 78-ish, 77,980. So this, now here's the thing. These CME gaps, they usually get filled, right? Through a pullback. Sometimes they don't, and then they get filled in the next bear market, right? So if we leave this open and just rally, then we are almost guaranteed already that in the next bear market we are coming back to that. Not super guaranteed, because there's a CME gap open at 9,000, I don't know what, never has been filled. But 80-90% chance that the price is coming back to fill that. What does filling mean? I mean, you see it here. In this, we have a lot of these in this chart, right? The gap opens here. We see it very well. The gap opens, the price goes higher and comes back down, fills the gap, and then continues, right? So, and this also happens, but here we see, for example, here we opened a gap in the downfall, and only after like years we closed this gap coming back up. Whereas here, for example, in this rally, we opened in the bull run, we opened this in the bull run, and then only in the bear market we closed this gap falling down, right? So this could be happening and would already give us directions to where we definitely go in the next bear market, or very likely, right? So that was a very good one. Thank you for letting us know or making us aware. So yeah, I think this is something to be aware of. Let's quickly adjust this so it's correct, like the size, and then let's see how long it takes for us for the CME gap. But I think the CME gap is something where we need to pay attention to from time to time, and you guys will let me know if I'm missing that. By the way, we have over 20 people here, so if you could smash up the like button for this live stream, then I would be really, really happy about this. Now back to back to the market. Watch here. Oh, we just have Akash pumping. AKT is pumping. 36% out of nowhere. And let's see also the weekly. On the weekly, look at this on the weekly. I mean, this is crazy. And this is not an altcoin season yet. It's not an altcoin season yet. Altcoins are running together with Bitcoin, as we've predicted also, that they will start running with Bitcoin, where Bitcoin dominance doesn't go really up anymore, but goes sideways. Well, Bitcoin is running, altcoins are also running. ADA 80% on the week, Render 71%, Crow 188%, Doge 140%, and everything else is like 30, 40, 50%, VeChain 45%, right? So much for the VeChain being dead. ICP only 31%. I think ICP will explode still at some point, but we see a lot of coins are like 50, 60, 70%. Crow and Doge, absolute beasts here. Let's see also the top 100 to 200. Look at that. I mean, this is crazy. Drift is with 274% a smaller bubble because of Act and Peanut. Act made millionaires. I saw a screenshot today of someone who had $100,000 in Act, and he woke up and he was a millionaire. This is how it goes. But also, if you say, oh my god, I also want to be a millionaire. Yeah, Peanut the squirrel. I mean, what the heck, right? But if you are like, oh, I also want to wake up and be a millionaire like this guy, you have to see that you have to place 100k into a coin that is relatively small, right? But it will happen to many of the coins, only that many of us don't have 100k in. But we have now the unique chance to build the 100 or 200 or 300k for most of us, to then in the next run place them in 10k or 15 or 20k chunks into smaller coins or into coins at some point that will run like this, right? I know many people are like, oh, there will not be another run or so, but crazy. Peanut the squirrel, this is the revenge for Peanut the squirrel for having them for them having killed Peanut the squirrel, and this is just degenerate. I mean, Act 1, the AI prophecy, I don't even know what they're doing, to be honest. And probably many people that got rich don't know what they're doing. But this thing, and this is, sometimes you have to have the balls to just buy something like this. I mean, look at this. This is like, this thing went from 2 cents to over 50 cents, and people bought the sideways here. Like, you see the sideways? I mean, what the heck? This went from, what is that, like from a $10 million market cap or so to $500 million market cap, something like that, right? So you have to have the balls then to place some money into a $1 or $10 million market cap to have these performances, right? And then also many don't do this. But yeah, yes, Rip Peanut, making people rich from the grave. Exactly. Good to see you, Troy. Dom Wu, good morning to you. I don't know if I said good morning already. I'm completely fried by looking at charts. Also, top 300, we see here X Empire pumping, Doge still pumping, like still up 350%, VVS 178%, RBTC 245%. And I mean, it's nice to be in a coin that goes like this, but also don't forget that the other things going up like 25, 47, 80%, I don't know, like going up like crazy. I mean, don't forget that even being in, I don't know, being in Altcoin, being up 80% right now is insane, right? Is insane. Quick one on dominance, right? So you would expect that with this type of altcoin performance, Bitcoin dominance would be down, right? But it's not. This was our current all-time high in Bitcoin dominance, and we're just here under it. As Bitcoin is flying up to 88k, dominance has been increasing. So the altcoins didn't even rally with Bitcoin. Bitcoin created new dominance over the market by going crazy like this. So another push here down in this pattern, just this little blip, right? Another push down means massive explosion in the altcoin market, right? And this of us already being happy that altcoins started to move a little bit here and there, like portfolios coming back to zero, like from everyone who was underwater. Some people are in a couple of 100% profits. But guys, that means like if this gives you 2 to 3x, right, in your altcoins, or like let's say a doubling in altcoins over a couple of weeks, right? Then consider that Bitcoin is still running, and consider what happens if we do this, right? How big will this impact be on the altcoins if we do this, right? So exactly as I mentioned, as I also posted as a video because I thought it was so important, it will be exactly from an impact in the altcoin other dominance, as I've shown before. This will be the impact. Everything that we saw is here at the bottom. Yeah, we didn't really move, right? So everything that we saw is this little bounce. It's this little bounce, right? So we have so much craze in front of us, right? But it will not happen overnight. It will happen along the weeks and months to come into the next year. We need to be a little bit more patient there, and a little bit more patiently holding, right? Patiently hodling as well, to capitalize on these massive gains. That doesn't mean that you can't take profit on a coin like that, right? Because on a coin like that, right, with the ACT. Where is it here? How is it on a month? It doesn't even, okay. Right? So it doesn't mean you can't take some profits. You should take some profits on a coin like this. Yeah, you should pay yourself. But it doesn't mean that you have to sell all your coins or whatever, right? If you're in Peanut, right, pay yourself. But doesn't mean that Peanut cannot double. From here. Everything can happen. I mean, it can go to a billion. Who knows, right? But you should definitely, once, for example, you have $100 in a coin like this. You wake up, it's up 10x. Okay, so you have $1,000. Maybe take $100 out or 200, right? And let the rest ride. Not financial advice, of course, but hey, why not make it safe? Why not at least make it a free moon bag, right? Why not take $100 out, make it a free moon bag? Yeah? If you are in stuff like that, right? So that is definitely the case. Hopefully we get an exchange or two for OMI. Otherwise, question mark. Yeah, I mean, maybe. So there's a chance to get even US exchanges if US regulators are fast with clarity. Then there's no excuse, I would say, right? But we will have to wait and see. So then also a little bit news. Obviously, we're only looking at bubbles. I know it's exciting, but a little bit news. First of all, the stimmy pack from China works, right? China's state-owned tobacco behemoth is booming, defying global trends and anti-smoking efforts. Crazy, right? But this is what happens if you drop money into the economy. Hasululu says, do you have all your coins in a hard wallet or is it in several places? I have, so this is how it's built up. My Bitcoin is all on Ledger. My Bitcoin is in cold storage. My VeChain is almost all in cold storage, like except a couple of thousand coins. My own Ecomi tokens also cold storage, but like smaller bags or so, they're just left and right somewhere at exchanges waiting for profit taking. Also, my VeChain is staked somewhere to produce VTHO. Doge Elon Musk says V7. Yeah, exactly. Here, Elon Musk, no Kissinger, but may help improve US-China regulations. This is what happens if you pass beyond a certain richness level. Then you can also play politics. And here we see Bitcoin is closing in on 90,000 for the first time ever. And now, like, the average boomer is looking at this and it's like, damn, I should have bought, but maybe it's not too late, right? I'm going to look at YouTube, and then at YouTube someone tells them it's not too late. So they're going to buy, and then they're going to be in profits very quickly on the run like this. So let's say yesterday on the news, a lot of retailers have bought Bitcoin, right? So let's see what's the effect for such a person. It's like, oh my God, I bought Bitcoin with $1,000, and now, not even 24 hours later, I am at $1,100 something, which is crazy money for crazy returns. In their whole life, they haven't seen more than a couple of percent in stock market, and now they have bought Bitcoin, and then they see like Peanut the squirrel on a 10x, so they are going to ape some money in, right? But also on the if we Google Bitcoin, I just Googled Bitcoin, we see a lot of news, right? News from yesterday, but also new news. Bitcoin. This is crazy. Like, Germans are getting wrecked by it's like a Bitcoin course or Bitcoin chart, right? Careful with the hype. Why crypto is a risky bet, right? No one is writing articles about why fiat is a risky bet, right? It's always like, oh no, it's safer, this and that. Bonds, stock market. Crypto is a risky bet, but only if you don't understand it. Yeah, I mean, literally, we have predicted it the entire two years in the past that we are going to go up, that we are going to make money. Now it's here, right? So what do we see in other news? Over 2.8 billion bet on Bitcoin topping 90,000 as it hits all-time high. So this is what the retail bubble the retail, not the bubble, the retail group sees that is not yet in. They are Googling it now because they heard about it in the news. And they're like, why Bitcoin's record price rally may be choked between 90 and 100K. So they see 90, 100K from now, right? Bitcoin price will hit $1 million, but at what cost? Michael van der Poppe, okay. So this is also what they are going to see. Bitcoin is in price discovery again. How much higher? So everything's full of news, right? Here also German news, Bitcoin first time over 81,000. So they can just rewrite the article and put it 89,000. So it's good to see the news because you know what is going to happen, right? And the result is, as always, now we see, like yesterday, remember yesterday when we looked, it was 40 or so, 41, now it's 66 value here on the Bitcoin, and an 8 for the altcoins only. Altcoins went up by 1, NFTs are now at a 2, still at a 2, 66 for Bitcoin though. Everyone's looking for Bitcoin. Yeah, it's still kind of Bitcoin season, as now all retailers are first looking at Bitcoin. Or they're coming directly into meme coins. Hey Adam, what's going on? Good to see you. Long time no see. By the way, guys, make sure to smash up the like button if you haven't yet. If we have like 35 people here, we should have 35 likes. That would be cool. Gflow asks, you think OMI can get back to all-time high? It can, but it doesn't, like, there are no reasons at the moment given by team or whoever to buy a Comey, right? So this is the reason for yesterday's pump, very likely, that it went out of control. MicroStrategy has acquired, and this is official Michael Saylor, has acquired 27,200 BTC for $2 billion at 74,463 per Bitcoin, and has achieved BTC yield of 7.3%. What is that? Quarter to day, I think. Quarter to date, and 26.4% year to date as of 10th of November. Because like dates are inverted or something like that. The US does everything different, like gallons, inches, miles, feet, whatever. Right, and then also inverting the date, right? It's not, they don't want to read day, month, year. They want to have month, day, year for whatever reason. We hodl 279,420 Bitcoin acquired for 11.9 billion at 42K. Okay, so even though like MicroStrategy is literally buying the top, it's an insane performance, right? And this is the MicroStrategy top, like at the moment, all-time high on their stock, right? So MicroStrategy is going to absolute nuts ballistic on the exchange. And look, this was when the inception launch, .com bubble high, and now it has broken its .com bubble high. So even if someone had MicroStrategy stock since .com bubble was down all the time, kept DCAing, would be in massive profits right now because of their Bitcoin strategy. My Collectible says, hey, what's going on, man? Picked up a bit more Bitcoin today again. Yeah, I mean, you can follow the MicroStrategy thing and just DCA into Bitcoin, and it works, right? I mean, it works even if you buy now and in the next bear market it's going to 70k. It doesn't matter. Buy at 70k again. Like you would have, like there are different ways to do this, right? But for example, when in my family someone asks about this, I said just buy. It's like just buy whenever you feel comfortable, because also many people, like, it's easier for them to control their money if they just have something to save up in, right? Many people can't lead with building a big stockpile of cash to then buy the bear market bottom, right? It's just a question of mindset. It's like this meme when they say like 15,000, I don't buy that shit, and then 45,000 I should have bought more, right? So it's like, it's not easy to buy the bottom. It feels easy right now. It's like, if there's a massive pullback, I'm going to buy, right? It's not easy when the bottom is there. I mean, you guys know, because you've been there with me at the bear market bottom of Bitcoin, and I guarantee you, probably you guys, if you remember, you were not easily buying at Bitcoin 15k and altcoins down 90%. Let's see, Troy says, it's crazy to think MicroStrategy was a dead company, but that pivot probably the biggest in history of the USA. I agree. This one took a lot of balls to pull off. Hasululu says, are you still buying BTC or alts during these times? I bought some alts as they did not pump much yet. I think it's still okay to take a trade on alts, meaning, let's say next pullback is coming, alts are pulling back. As long as Bitcoin dominance is up that hard here, right? As long as Bitcoin dominance is up here, I think altcoins could still be a buy. But we need to be a little bit careful, right? Because profit taking needs to be happening then right after, right? If you have a couple of X's up, profit taking needs to happen. You can't marry your bags. This is crucial right now to consider. Then gold is now not the 9th but the 8th largest asset. Gold has now $1.73 trillion market cap and has flipped silver. And we see that gold is up, Bitcoin is up 10%, as silver and Meta and so on are down 1 or 2%. So people probably selling that and to ride the Bitcoin wave. Next to flip is Saudi Aramco. It's wild to think that Bitcoin is still worth less than certain companies, right? The entire asset class is worth less than, not worth, but priced less. It's worth way more than anything else, but priced less than certain companies like Saudi Aramco. Okay, so that's the next flippening probably happening when Bitcoin is going to surpass Saudi Aramco. So we will see how this plays out. But yeah, and then now this one is a little bit cluttered, but let me explain. It's very easy to understand once you do, right? So we have the 3 cycles here in Bitcoin, right? So we have the 2000, like the early cycle, the first after first halving is green. We have the 2016-17 cycle in red, and we have the 2020, 21, whatever bull run plus our bear market and where we were right now comparison, right? Until the halving, and now orange is where we are right now. Okay, so this line that is almost identical with the 2016-17 cycle is the average growth trajectory, right? So we're getting close to the average growth, but we're not even there yet. And this is this is more or less where we are right now, right? So this is 63K, and this is our pump. This must have been created when Bitcoin was, what is that, 80K or so? So a little bit higher, but this is the trajectory, right, that we're expecting. So, I mean, there's still a lot to come if that is even remotely true. Because let's say you only go to 100K, right, in the cycle, then you would go to somewhere here and then flatten out and dump into the bear market, right? That doesn't seem true or realistic, right? So that just to keep in mind. I think there's a lot more coming. I think there's a lot more for us, right? That I think we don't need. Here we go. Now the BlackRock ETF did a $1 billion trading volume in just 35 minutes. So there's a lot of volume coming in through these new ETFs, right? We need to consider that now a lot of institutions and wealthy investors can buy Bitcoin in this way, right? And that's going to put additional price pressure on that, as supply on exchanges is falling off, right? This is from, I think, a couple of hours ago only, but you see here the price at 80K, right? Okay, so it's a day or so, and you see the Bitcoin, because the problem is that Bitcoin is only 459 Bitcoin or so produced per day, and they're at the moment ETFs and everyone else are just buying way more. I mean, you have MicroStrategy buying 27, almost 28,000 Bitcoin. So that's almost a month worth of production. That's more than a month worth of production, I think. Yeah, that's more. So MicroStrategy bought already what miners are going to produce until the 12th of December. So obviously, then it's about the supply that is in the market already. 90,000 on the stream? Maybe. How are we doing? Yeah, we did it. Or no, that's CME. CME says 90,180, 230. Let's go to Bitcoin. Let's go to the Bitcoin chart on Coinbase, maybe. Okay, so we're close. Did we hit it when we were not looking? Let's go to the 1 hour. We hit. Now we didn't hit it, but we are very, very close. We are very close on the. Oops, there we go. On the we are very close to hit it on stream. But I think I don't know if we just hit a new all-time high, it seems, right? So that at least on stream. Let's go to our other bit. Yeah, we hit a new all-time high while we were discussing stuff, right? So Bitcoin just peaked above, and it's just 70 away with this wick, 70 away from new like 90,000, right? So it's still running. Troy, do you think OMI will go up this with alt season? Troy said, so I have to start before. Roman said, good morning. Hey Roman, what's going on? OMI is frustrating. Every coin goes up and OMI is still in downtrend. Troy says, Roman, there is really no way to buy OMI for most people, and also no real excitement yet. But mostly it's painful to buy OMI. Yeah, it's harder. It's better now that OMI is on base, but apparently people are not buying it on base. Now eyes on Bitcoin, as we're talking. Eyes on Bitcoin. I think that at some point they have. Oh, there we go. New all-time high, guys. Boop. It just took a peak, but it's trying to touch 90,000. Hasululu says, are you going to make an analysis of your portfolio one day? Could be interesting. Maybe. But I'm really hesitant to reveal an entire... That's why we made the altcoin portfolio on stream, right? Because, I mean, it's always a thing to reveal the entire portfolio, what you have in terms of money and so on, right? It's just something that I need to think carefully about, because, I mean, I like privacy at some point, and I'm already here with my face talking about crypto, telling everyone what I have, what I do, and so on. So the step 2 is like, hey, show me your bank account, right? It's like, how much fiat do you have? How much stocks do you have? How much do you have in NFTs and so on? I'm really not keen. Maybe I will do it the next run. So after taking profits, maybe I build my portfolio with the stream, right? Maybe I do that. But showing off the portfolio, not really confident to do that. But I can tell you, OMI is my worst performer, and it's down for me. It's down like 80% or so. I'm not. It's not about me hiding. I'm really glad to show everyone where I fucked up, so that someone can. If only one person learns from my mistake, then I'm very happy. So, for example, I lost about $200 to $300 in Terra Luna, which was at the time a lot for me. Stuff like that. Roman says, keep privacy, bro. Yeah, I'll do. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the... But yeah, there we go, man. $17 until 90K. $17 and it peaked above again, where it's like $15 away or so. You could do it without revealing the amount, just the percentages. That could be possible, yeah. Biggest goal being rich and nobody knows. Yeah, exactly. I won't tell anyone, but there will be signs. It's like this one. Yes, same down 90% on OMI. Yeah, I mean, it would be easy now to just drop a couple of $100 or $1,000 into OMI, lower the average much, right? But why? I could just... There's no real reason yet, right? PH pushing it up. I think it's our stream that at the moment puts a bullish momentum on Bitcoin. Of course, it's not MicroStrategy. It's yeah. Maybe there is a whale in here buying just for the stream. Yeah, I mean, if that would work, then I would next pull up the OMI chart, and then then the whale needs to take some Bitcoin profits and roll it right into OMI. Right. But let's see. Also, I don't know if the market still cares, but maybe discuss this. We are going to have tomorrow new inflation rates. And actually the forecast for the yearly inflation rate is 2.6 on a previous 2.4. And the month over month is, I don't know what that is. Like it says here forecast 0.3. I don't know. But it would be interesting to see if the inflation rate, no matter how it comes out, has any impact on the market, right? We can't quite get to it. Like there seems to be a lot of selling directly at 90K, like a lot of profit taking, a lot of rolling into other things. but wife-changing wealth is incoming, as Jasper Frank says. Yeah. So for some it will be life-changing. For some it will be even wife-changing. I guess there are a couple of people that had wife-changing wealth from Peanut. So Peanut from the grave is changing lives. Peanut from the grave. Yeah, but I mean, probably if I jump into the 500 or so, there must be some. Actually, there's not too much. Like the biggest pumps are in the 300, in the 200 to 300 range. Lose 500% almost. But what about the super shitty coins? B-Cut 224. I know this one. Bitscrunch. I know this one. I got an airdrop of like a couple of tokens, like 50 cents or so on Bitpanda. I know this one. 224% though, not too shabby. Yeah, crazy. But let's stick with the more known coins here. Hasululu says, when you see BTC doing big figures, are you going to sell it to buy alts, or are you never selling your BTC? I think I'm inclined to never sell my BTC because I'm starting to realize the potential here and going with this MicroStrategy approach, right? To just get as much Bitcoin as possible. So it's a risky play. Maybe I will take a small amount of Bitcoin and roll it into altcoin to multiply it and then roll it back into Bitcoin. But the problem with this strategy is it needs to be something. For rolling Bitcoin into altcoin is not the problem, but then taking profits out of the altcoin is a problem, because in Germany you get taxed on this trade, on the altcoin trade that you then take. So it needs to be a nice gain, right? Because you get taxed income tax on the altcoin if you don't hold it for more than a year. So I think a lot of people in Germany got stuck in altcoins because they tried to get to the 1 year holding, where then it's tax free. If you hold a coin more than a year, it's tax free at the moment. Fartcoin G's, yeah, absolutely, man. What the heck? So that is something I'm considering. Let's take let's go to Ecomi, because I promised in the beginning of the stream. I mean, it's depressing, right? I mean, we are bullish, but we are looking at a depressing chart. So there was a pump. The pump got sold off immediately, right, for Ecomi, and we are close to all-time lows again, right? So again, as I said many times before, we are waiting for whales to make their move. Whales are not going to make their move as long as there's no reason for them. The coin doesn't get the love and attention at the moment that it should get. Yeah, exactly. My name is the patient hodler. Yeah, exactly. So I want to patiently hodl Bitcoin, right? And also my NFTs, by the way. So we will see how that plays out. That's the play of the century, right? And there's something that I have to show you in a second when we talk about NFTs and VeVe. Because the VeVe side of things is very good. The OMI side of things is very depressing. So let's see here. So this is the official account, Alex Becker, 1 million followers, okay? So he said, I FOMO'd, punks are about to fucking send. So he bought a CryptoPunk, allegedly, but I think this guy, I think he's quite honest about these things, and also probably you can track it on wallet. Alex knows how to flip a profit. So we see here the CryptoPunks, right? So these are NFTs, and this is the recipe. This is the recipe to spark NFTs, right? One of the most famous, influential guys on crypto internet buying a CryptoPunk. So you think he will be alone? No, the whole internet is trying to copy what he's doing. It was with altcoins already. The altcoins that he made videos about, they were doing extremely, extremely well, right? So this is the recipe for the next months to get inflows into crypto. If crypto punks are starting to go up in price and people are starting to flex with their crypto profits like he does right now to purchase a crypto punk, yeah, he does it for investment purpose. Other people will do it for the flex once the price is going up again. This will spark people to look for other crypto, for other NFTs, and that will ultimately lead, if done right by VeVe team, and hopefully my collectibles is still here to hear this, if you're playing the fiddle on the crypto space, this will lead to massive inflows into projects like VeVe as well. But you need to cater to this Web3 degenerate space and open for them to be able to put their crypto profits into the app, right? So, as Troy also says, NFTs are the wild card. I have no idea. Excuse me. I have no idea what will happen with them. I also don't. I have dropped a lot into VeVe. We will see how it plays out. But this is a potential thing where you could say, okay, now we are getting some attention on the NFTs already. We're not there yet. We've not even seen the alt season. So there's a lot more to come on the NFT space. But it's very good that Alex Becker is posting about this, right? Very good for us. By the way, over 40 people here. Please smash up the like button. I have no idea how many likes. I don't have a counter for that. But it's probably not 50 yet or something like that. It should be. So guys, everyone please smash up the like button. I love these juicy OMI, says Justin. Justin completely committed to buying the OMI floor. Abe says, I have $500 in my account right now. How much should I put in Bitcoin? Or should I just go all in? All in what? I can tell you what to do with it, but maybe altcoins that just did not fly yet. And I'm not talking about OMI. Like, look for some altcoins. 28 likes, Blaze. That's not enough, guys. That's not enough. We need some more likes here. But I cannot tell you what to do with the $500. But personally, I say if you put the $500 in Bitcoin right now, that's fine. Like over the next 8-12 years, it will do very well. But there's also play where you could say, you put this into one of the top 50 altcoins and you make a 5x or 7x or something out of that, right? A not so risky altcoin play could be it, right? All in as put all 500 in Bitcoin. There is an approach to this where you put this into, let's say you put it into ICP, right? ICP has a $4 billion market cap. It could go to 12 billion or 20 billion, right? You make a couple of X's. The more you go down the line, you go towards losing your 500, right? But on the other side, this is an asymmetrical opportunity because the worst that can ever happen is losing $500. Will $500 make a difference for you, right? So the question is, if I go down this road and I look for some coins that have not really pumped, I don't know what's good. Like, I don't know what didn't pump. Like, let's just make it theoretical, and then you look for a coin that really gets you. Or maybe you do 5 different coins, $100 each, right? So you Blur, for example, right? Blur is an NFT marketplace. Blur is not up that much yet. It's only 500 million. If NFTs are doing well again, we just saw the first signs from Alex Becker, right? Then probably this market cap is also going up 10x or something like that. So then you would have $5,000 if it goes to 5 billion, right? So Blur did pump 40%, but it didn't pump that crazy yet, right? So either you wait for a pullback, that could also happen, or you're just choosing something, but then you have to live with a potential pullback, right? So there are a couple of coins that did not go that crazy just yet. And there are many others like AI, gaming, and so on, where some did not pump yet, but they have a good project and they could go like 10x. So that, and then you have $5,000, then you take profit, right? I mean, let's say Blur goes 2 to 3x. Obviously, you take out the $500 and you're looking for the next project to put it in, and then it does 2 to 3x. You take out $500, and the rest of the bags you're just shaving up 10% every time it goes up, right? That could be one strategy to make something out of $500, right? That could be one way to play the market. But you do your own choice, research, whatever, right? So keep that in mind. This for the NFTs. Also, VeVe has put out a nice trailer for this evolution collecting. So you can watch that on the VeVe channel. Also, let's see what's going on for VeVe, and then unfortunately we have to go. More stuff on VeVe Comics is coming out. More spaces, more comics on the app. Another music collectible from Ron English. But that's about it. Let's see the KCBMW calendar. I always like to support here some people that do some cool stuff in the community. What is the calendar? Let's see. November 1st. Wait. Where's the... What's the actual... Oh, okay. I was somehow scrolled down on KCBMW. Okay, there we go. November 10th. That's 2 days ago, but should be fine. Oh, yeah. So today we're getting this X-Men comic. 2 days from now, another X-Men comic. Then on 15 we get this Matt Gondek drop. Right? And then this Ron English. So not too much exciting stuff, as we had just the Wolverine that sold out and consumed a lot of MCP. But yeah, that's about it. That's about what we have. And let's see how is the VeVe. So VeVe has almost 220,000 followers. That's also not to neglect that there is a big potential, like a bigger reach. Once prices are moving a little bit by new inflows, it could be that a lot of dormant followers are coming back to see what's going on with VeVe. And that also some people are starting to get more excited again to this collectible. So I think that these NFTs and so on, they will have another run. The VeVe app it did not die. Many other apps died or lost their partnerships or whatever. VeVe did not. So the bet on VeVe was as good as it gets at the moment in terms of NFT space, right? So guys, make sure to smash the like button. 28 likes, unacceptable for what we have here. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And let me know in the comments below if you see this not live, what you think about the current trajectory for Bitcoin. By the way, last look at Bitcoin. We have a sort of a pullback. We're at 89k 300, a little bit of a pullback right now going on. And so we will see if it will print a 90,000 today. We can never know. But at some point there will be a cool off. Don't be afraid if the cool off happens. And also know that MicroStrategy is planning to buy another 40 billion in Bitcoin. And that's only MicroStrategy. Remember that also MetaPlanet in Japan is buying Bitcoin. Remember that other companies are buying Bitcoin. Remember that nation states are buying and mining Bitcoin. So not all of the 450 mined Bitcoin is flowing directly into the market. No, miners are everywhere, and some of them are nation states. So some of the Bitcoin doesn't go to commercial miners that are putting it out on the market. So wherever you are on the world, have yourselves a great morning, evening, day, night, or afternoon. Enjoy your coffees, and I